Micah, I know we've asked you guys about shooting countless times, but we have to again tonight. In particular, though, finishing at the rim. It was an issue against Michigan, and it was an issue against tonight. When you guys have talked to the coaches, what have been some of the things they've noticed? The inability for guys to finish in close?
I've said this multiple times. Patience is a big thing. I feel like in the first half, guys tended, and even in the second, the entire game, like guys can get rushed. Playing at your own pace in the post or inside the paint is huge. Working your own game, not letting the defense affect you. And if they do, make sure it's a foul. So the biggest thing is we just gotta, be patient in the post, be confident in our ability to finish inside, go through contact, if we need to initiate the contact, do anything we can, because and it's something too, like if sometimes it's just not your night and shots don't fall and your touch isn't quite working, what you got to do then is just get to the free throw line, initiate that contact, try to get into them, get to the free throw line, get your confidence going, because if you see one go in, it helps a lot of other stuff go in. So we got to be better. We got to continue to work on it in practice. But it's just one of those things. And against a team like Iowa with the offense that they have, you got to be able to finish inside. So it's just something we got to continue to work on.
Jim?
Sorry, Micah, when we talked yesterday to you about the difficulty in guarding Garza, it was mostly just keeping him out of the post. The thing he's added to his game this year even more is the three-point shot. How much more difficult does that make him to contain when he can pop out and do that?
Well, he sets good screens. When you set good screens, it allows you to get open more. It makes it harder for the guard to get over, obviously, and get back in front of his man. And then, the big man can be left in limbo. You're just not sure because you don't want to give up a layup, which is a super high percentage shot compared to a three. And, and obviously, just this year specifically, I mean, he had it last year, but this year specifically, he's gotten a lot better. And it's just one of those things. I mean, he's up for National Player of the Year, and he's the leading scorer in the country. So it's just one of those things where, we got to be better with it. We got to be better, communicating about screens. We got to be better getting over the screens. We got to be better with, making decisions on when to leave and get back. I'm at fault with that. And we're all at fault. We got to work on it. We got to be better, especially with a guy like that. So it's something we'll be working on and got to continue to get better at.
Tom?
Micah, it wasn't just the inside scoring in the first half, scoring at the rim. It was the three-point shooting as well. The same thing kind of hurt you in the second half against Michigan. How frustrating are these fairly long scoring droughts getting?
Very frustrating. Honestly, it's one of those, we have to stick together. That's a big thing. You can't feel sorry for yourself because then it's just going to get worse. It's something we talked about, and we just got to stay positive with everything. It's not going to be your night sometimes, and sometimes you're not going to shoot well. But you know what? Shoot, we got it back within 4. Basketball is a game of runs. You're going to go through some slumps in the game, but then you'll get hot at some points. I think Brad hit like 3 straight or something like that, and I think I hit 1 or something, whatever it was. So it's a game of runs. So you got to make sure that you're just staying positive and shooting the next shot and staying confident. It's part of the game, and it's moving forward. We got to continue to be better. We've been working on it in practice, our shooting, and all those kinds of things. And it's just one of those things where you just stay positive and stay confident. That's all you can do.
Josh?
Micah, Iowa's offense is obviously very good, probably the best in the country. Did you feel like you guys did enough defensively to win the game tonight?
Clearly not. But I mean, there were little things that we're going to have to go back and watch the film on the game tomorrow when we come in. But, it's just you have to be very close to perfect against a team like that. I think they're number 1 in the country in terms of efficiency. So it's you got to match that. And so and obviously with shooting struggles that we had today and finishing struggles at certain points in the game, you got to be even better defensively. So, I mean, we had them where we wanted them. We brought it back. They went on some runs. We came back on some runs. And it's just little mistakes that happen that can kind of give them momentum back. And we can't let happen. So we'll watch the film. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. We play them again. So we got to make sure we're better the next game.
Raul?
Hey, Micah, it seemed like you had a double tonight. It seemed like you came out and were super aggressive attacking the boards. Was this something you came into the game with a mindset of just trying to be more aggressive?
Yeah. It's a big thing. Just trying to play mad and play angry. Like no one's going to take anything from me. But at the same time, you got to make sure that, you're, doing everything else all the time. Being aggressive, but also making sure that you're not being too aggressive and, turning the ball over or making the wrong play. It's just making sure that you're staying aggressive, but making sure you're making the right play as well. But yeah, I try to come out aggressive and, but wasn't enough.
Back to Jeff.
Like you mentioned trying to stay positive and not feel sorry for yourself. I'm just curious, what was the tone of the message delivered by Greg or any of the assistants in the locker room after this game?
That's exactly what I said. No one's going to feel sorry for us. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. We've got to finish out the season. We got a Big Ten tournament and an NCAA tournament after that. So still got hopefully a long season left. And the only thing you can do is stay positive. No one's feeling sorry for us. We can't feel sorry for ourselves because, like I said earlier, if you do that, then everything else is just going to get worse. And we can't make the excuse of, pandemic, no fans. Like, it's an excuse at this point. We got to be better. People have been able to adjust to it. We got to be able to adjust to it. And, it's just one of those things, staying positive, staying together, and learning and continuing to get better.